What's going on, guys? It's Christian Brown, and you have just tuned into the Alpha Fitness United YouTube channel. Welcome. So, I am currently making the long-awaited blood flow restriction video. Alright, let's get to it. So, this video is just going to be a high-level overview of what blood flow restriction is, what blood flow restriction training is, who should use it, how it should be used, and just some of my personal experiences with it and some of the research I've done. So, a lot of people start to get anxious when they hear about blood flow restriction. They're like, why would you ever want to restrict blood flow? That sounds crazy, sounds like a stroke, heart attack, whatever it may be. But what's misunderstood is that when you use a tourniquet or some knee wraps to cut off blood flow, you're stopping blood from flowing out, not in. And what that does is it creates a different environment inside the muscle. So think about when you're working out and you're doing bicep curls, you get to like your 10th rep and you start to really fatigue, starts to get really tiring. What's happening in your body is metabolic waste is being released. There's a whole lot of lactic acid and other things happening that create that uncomfortable feeling. Now, when you take a tourniquet and you cut off blood flow, it allows it to stay in that muscle and it stimulates the muscle in the same way heavier weights would. So blood flow restriction training is great for elderly people who are trying to get back in the gym or have been in the gym and suffer from pains. Anyone with an injury, say like you tore your bicep and you're a couple months into recovery and you want to start working out again so your muscle doesn't atrophy anymore and waste away to nothing, but you really can't put that much pressure or strain on the muscle. Blood flow restriction is a great way to still get a good workout in and stimulate your muscle in the same way that heavier weight would. Also, for me personally, I use it a lot when I deload. So if I come off from a month long of really just balls to the wall training, going hard every single day in the gym, and I really just need to give my muscles some time to relax, my joints, my ligaments, all that, just need a fucking break. That's a great way to implement blood flow restriction training. Also for my ladies, for all of you that watch me, some of my female clients, I have them doing blood flow restriction training for their glute exercises because everyone wants that ass. So I have them do that and they feel a really good burn because after a while, fire hydrants, kickbacks and stuff, it doesn't have the same effect that it used to have when you first started doing those exercises. So blood flow restriction give them that nice burn, and it does a lot more for their muscles than those exercises did. So when you're doing blood flow restriction, what you want to do is use about no more than 50% of your 1 rep max. So anywhere between like 20 to 50% of your 1 rep max is what you want to work at. So for example, say I'm doing tricep extensions. No, sorry, bicep curls, because that's just easier numbers off my head. I may curl with like 35 to 40 pound dumbbells. Now, if I was using blood flow restriction training, I would pick up maybe like 15 pounds or 12 pounds, depending on what day it is, and do about 30 reps. So I'm just banging it out, banging it out, banging it out. And at that point already, once I drop the weights, my muscle is swollen, it's full of blood. I can feel my pulse in it. So from that point, you want to take 30 seconds to a minute rest. And then you want to do about 3 more sets of 15. Now, people may be thinking, wait, well, 15, that's not a lot of reps. Shouldn't that be easy? You will see. If you do this shit, it is very, very uncomfortable. It hurts. It's a crazy, crazy burn. And that's why I don't bodybuild. But yeah, so it's a really, really nice burn. You feel the pump. You definitely feel like you're lifting a lot more than you actually are. So that it's very effective in that sense. Now, blood flow restriction training is not a substitute for heavy lifting. I wouldn't say that to anyone unless you can only do blood flow restriction type of training because of injuries that you've incurred. It's not a substitute. So you still want to lift heavy. I don't do this all the time. I might do it every other week to just supplement in for like tricep extensions. If my elbows are giving me a little pain, I take it easy on them in that way. But yeah, so definitely implement it if you have any interest in hypertrophy type of training. Realize that it's not a substitute, and only use it for accessory movements. And when I say accessory, I mean things other than squats, deadlifts, and bench. So stuff like stiff leg deadlifts, if you're doing for high reps, those would be a good way to do it. To use blood flow restriction training, bicep curls, tricep extensions, tricep kickbacks, hammer curls, anything like that. Anything where you're going like this, or you're lifting your leg up, or you're extending it. That's really good. So at this point, I'm going to show you where to put it, and yeah, just how to apply the knee wraps or the tourniquet. So this stuff is pretty cheap. I got this off Amazon for a couple bucks. I think you have to buy them individually, but whatever. It's like $2-3. So you take this, and these are only 2 places you put them. Well, from my research, these are only 2 places you put them. So you put it here, and you just pull this, and you tighten it up. Now, you just go ahead, do your 30 reps, bang those out, and then you stop, take a break, 30 seconds, then you bang out 15 more. And at this point, you're hurting, but you're just gonna keep doing it and you finish it out. Or if you wanna do tricep extensions, just go ahead, bang those out. Same idea. And then when you're done, you just loosen it, or you do the quick release. That's it. Just like that. All right, now I'm gonna show you for your legs. These are knee wraps. I'm sure if you go to like a meathead gym, you've seen someone use these before. They normally you wrap them around your knee, and that gives your knee support and it keeps them warm and all that. But we're using them for a different reason right now. I'm just gonna lower this so I can show you. So, knee wraps. You want to place this close to your groin, and around your glute. So right where that crease is in your butt between your hamstrings and your glute, you want to wrap it there. Now you don't want to wrap it too tight where your leg's going to turn purple and you're going to possibly die from this shit or pass out. So you don't want to do it that tight, but you want to do it tight enough where you can feel the blood collect in this area. So from here, just tuck that in. Then you just continue on to do your leg extensions, your leg curls, whatever's on the menu for that day in the gym. And then after your first 30, then your following 15, you take it off, you let your leg breathe again, and yeah, hopefully you recover from that extreme burn you're gonna be feeling. But yeah, I'm not an expert in this, guys. I just do my own research, and I've done my own experimentation with it in the gym and with others, and these are the results that I've got. I like it a lot. I won't use it too often, but every week or so, I try to implement it in some way or the other. But yeah, hopes this helped, guys. You can use Google Scholar, look up scholarly reports or articles on the subject. You could listen to people that are more highly educated than myself, people who have PhDs in hypertrophy and bodybuilding, and that's their life. So yeah, this is just a high-level overview. I'm not going to get too scientific about it, but I hope this helps, guys. Implement it. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you heard anything I said that was inaccurate, please let me know and educate me further. But this wraps it up, guys. Hope this helps. Catch you next time.